My name is Simran and I'm going to do my makeup whilst I talk about my culture and what I've learned from it. I've done my full face, I've put foundation and everything, and now I'm just going to use a primer from e.l.f. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal life. I was born in Spain, specifically in Tenerife, which is one of the Canary Islands, and I was brought up by Indian parents, so you can see how I've managed to learn and see from different cultures. So you could say that Spanish culture is more open-minded, whereas my parents have more like a narrow-minded set. When I first went to school in Spain, it was in a Spanish school obviously, and I did experience loads of racism. There would be many people who would pick on my colour, on my hair, since like Indians are known for having like loads of hair, and also about my body. They would just pick on me because I was very like overweight, so I did go through traumas, and I would literally just come back home crying to my mom and be like, I don't want to go to school anymore, and I would just wake up early in the morning just telling my mom I don't want to go to school, I just don't feel like it. And luckily my mum actually put me into a British school instead, and that was a completely different environment. They were more friendly in a way, and plus there was different cultures, there was different nationalities, so they kind of went through the same thing in a way. I'm using the Revolution Pro palette and I'm going to use the shade Upper Hand. First time I started with learning about fashion or about the creative industry, you could say, is that I've just been, flicking through magazines when I was little. I used to play with my dolls and just dress them up. I would even go to my mum's closet or my aunt's closet to just try on their clothes, because they used to have like cool funky clothes and mine would be kind of basic. When I used to go out with my friends would tend to be more Indians rather than Spanish people, or just other nationalities, and we would just go to like different occasions, just like birthday parties or just simply hanging out, and obviously I would have a completely different style compared to others. Like theirs would just be like laid back, just a basic top and a basic jeans or anything, and then I would just go all out, just wear something nice and funky, and people, like my friends, would just look at me weirdly in a way. Just, I think in their minds they're just like, what is she wearing? Why is she like that? Like, why does she wear a lot of makeup too? Because back then they would just go really simple. They would not even wear makeup at all to even like a party or anything, and I would just be the only one just like wearing eyeliner or something. So now I'm going to use the shade New Day. So the reason why Indians don't really get into fashion or the creative industry is because Indians don't really get so much recognition with fashion, especially Western fashion. And I personally think this should be something that we could improve on, something that should be the future for especially like our generation. And I've also noticed that Indian history, such as the slavery that we go through, is not really recognized either, whereas Black history is more an important topic to everyone. One of the designers that I look up to, which was what I found out recently, is Priya Aluwalia, and she is half Nigerian, half Indian, and what I found out about her is that for her first collection, which she has won an award from H&M, she uses her fabrics from the waste in India. So all the fabric waste, all the Indian clothing that's been just disposed of, she just used all these fabrics and created a whole new collection out of it. And I just found that so inspiring, especially nowadays where we promote a lot of sustainability with clothing, and that's just the main factor of what we need to be aware of, especially for the future of like the whole climate change and pollution and everything. So I aspire to be like her one day, just, you know, taking care of the planet in a way, and at the same time making clothes for people to wear and just be unique in their own way. So the next thing I'm going to use is the Stiller Bronze Highlighter. So growing up and when I started gaining my knowledge in the fashion industry, I've noticed that there's not many Indian designers that are just very well known, such as like Coco Chanel or Saint Laurent. Just there was not even one Indian designer which was well known, and I found that shocking because obviously with our Indian traditional clothing, it's just kind of beautiful in a way, and I just think there should be more recognition. So I kind of want to make that a difference, and that's why I'm studying fashion design, and hopefully one day I could be one of those designers. But definitely I think in the future, especially in our generation, there should definitely be more designers or different people in the fashion industry who are in our culture or other cultures, such as other cultures which are not really well known nowadays. So the last thing I'm gonna do is to put lipstick on, and this one is a Burberry lipstick with the shade Rosewood, number 533.